Somewhere there, because of chairman's health, there was also a transition in the board that started, which also had its own pulls and pressures because everyone had to find their own level. And this was the time that was really tough. But at the end of it, I'm happy to say, and I think Vicky, I think you will agree, and Anil and Srikanth, you will agree, that we have a new, capable, energetic management, a new board, and that will bring in new perspectives in the company, new energy, and is well placed for the next phase, which I am happy to predict is the breakout phase. Yes.
It's very rare that in a company that the entire management changes.
Yes.
At one point, that has happened to us.
Yes.
And that's really, really difficult.
In fact, telling me after 1 year, I am feeling I am the oldest in this season.
In the last phase, I think was the last 6 months, which I think have been a blessing. The last phase, I have had events that have helped me detach, which I think is very important. I've been far too involved with this company emotionally. Physically, yes, but even emotionally. And I had to have to detach because that was very important. Because boss's brief to me was very clear. Chandru, I want the P&L from 1st April to be with Venki. And I think I did that. I was available to Venki for the last 6 months whenever he needed me. I tried to give the new management as much as I could to prepare them for the new breakout phase. I've tried to influence all key stakeholders, like our vendors, our dealers, our channel partners, to extend the same support they did to me. And I'm sure they will do that. To all of you in the new management and to everyone else in the company, I say that TTK Prestige is special because it has its secret sauce for sustained success and resilience in the time of crisis. The key ingredients in this sauce are a set of individuals like us and you with average capabilities, in my opinion, not extraordinary capabilities, with average capabilities, but an extraordinary commitment and loyalty in a unique culture.
That's correct.
That, I think, is the secret sauce of TTK Prestige's resilience and sustained success. So to you in the new management, please make sure you preserve the secret sauce. Don't take away any ingredient from it. And before adding any ingredient in it, be very careful. You will need to communicate to people that they come first before you look for outside talent. I would like you to practice this consistently because people inside need to know that they have a future here. Remember, you are now part of the TTK family. You're no longer outsiders. Anil, Venki, Srikanth, all of you are no longer outsiders. TTK Prestige, like anything else in this world, like me, like you, is not perfect. It is definitely not perfect. It has its inadequacies. There is enough scope for improvement, and I'm sure you will have enough opportunity to build on what is actually already a great company. The role of leadership in fostering this culture, is empowerment, empathy, and education done with a sense of humility. The role of the people receiving this empowerment, education, empathy is commitment, trust, and responsibility. Because only then can this cycle continue. Please make sure that you reciprocate to the top management in the same measure when they give you that empowerment, empathy, and education. The grease that will keep the system going is transparency, collaboration, and care, giving the end result agility, unity of thought, and shared success, sustainable success. I hope that with all that we've done together in the last 6 months, I have tried to be of any kind of help and guidance to all of you. You will never miss me professionally. I definitely want to hear that you will never miss me professionally. I must now start expressing my gratitude to so many people. I'm truly blessed to have all of you as my friends and family. I want to take first this opportunity to thank the chairman for your role, sir, in all the phases that I've had in TTK Prestige, for having supported me, trusted me, exposed me to the world, and I will definitely not be who I am without the vision that you had for me. I would also like to thank the entire family for considering me one of your own, for the fact that you came to my daughter's wedding, sir, for the fact that ma'am actually completed the song I couldn't complete, Abhi Na Jao Chhod Ke. I think it was a real honor. I would like to thank my coach, mentor and friend, SR sir, for helping me navigate through so many challenges. Brought me down to earth every time my creativity took me to the moon. And when required, also saw me through to the process of taking over as MD. He gave me 3 of his years just to make sure I was ready for what I was going to take. Sir, I would also like to thank you, Mr. Shankaran, who've always been there and my philosophical guide and mentor, taking me to the spiritual world every time I couldn't answer it rationally. Always gave me an ear, advised me, lent a shoulder to me to cry on, which I did many times. You actually helped me preserve my sanity through this period. I thank the board, which has been constructive, incisive, provocative, supportive, and appreciative, for which I am very grateful. I've learned a lot from those stimulating discussions during the meeting. I thank my ex-colleagues who were in my core team, the late GR, Dinesh, George, Sundaresan and NRK, who are with me through thick and thin. And we've achieved so much together. It was a really great team. I thank each of you who have tirelessly worked towards making this company the leader which it is today. To each of you, I must admit today in public that you have probably done much more than what I did for you. And for that, I thank you. I know I tried, but you're to do as much as you did for me, but my delivery was not as good as yours. I would also like you to write off any dues from me on that account and keep our balance sheets clear so that we all start off on a clean slate. To each of you, my dear colleagues, I thank you for your support, your camaraderie, love, and your passion. You are the lifeblood of this organization. And I encourage each of you to continue to strive for greatness and to embrace the challenges that lie ahead with courage and optimism. I would also like to thank Leela, who's been a huge support in my good and not so good times. To Isabel, who has always sent a silent prayer for my well-being, and Manju, who I'm very proud to see in the new position of the company secretary. To Saranyan, who was CFO and a friend, I learned a lot. I wouldn't have even the small finance basics without you.
You are a typical Sindhi. Before I take a beer to you, you tell me what should be the profit number.
I thank my father for having given me my work ethic of honesty, sincerity, humility, and purpose. I thank my mother, who made me resilient to any kind of treatment. And now thank my wife, my best friend, my mentor, my coach, my eternal lifeline, and the love of my life, Savita. Without her quiet presence, I would not have retained my sanity, let alone perform. I thank my daughter Srishti for having done everything on her own and a great achiever, doing me proud and worry-free. My sister, her family, and my wife's side of the family have been understanding, supportive, and always removed any conflict that would have actually created any trouble for me. They've been a fabulous blessing. Finally, and most importantly, I thank God for giving me the guidance, putting me on the right path, giving me all of you, immediate and extended family, and making sure that I gave as much to the company as it has given me. I've definitely tried to do that. And also giving me the situation in the last 6 months to help me actually navigate this process of actually trying to detach myself and then eventually preparing myself for this retirement. They say goodbye is just another word. As I step into this new chapter of my life, I do so with excitement and anticipation. After a planned set of travels with my wife and spending time with my daughter, son-in-law and grandson, I look forward to exploring new vistas. As I move on, explore new paths post-superannuation, let's hope that if and ever we ever meet, I will see that you still have a place for me in your heart. And I see that the company and each of you and your families prosper, filled with good health and happiness. Thank you very much for everything.